Bring in Van Meguerditchian, who is a political analyst based in Paris. Van, great to have you here with us on TRT World. So what's your navigation through the escalating tensions between Hezbollah and Israel?
Yes, hi. Thank you for having me. The escalation basically is nonstop. Every day, every single day, we hear that another city, another region has been targeted by Israeli strikes. Of course, as a result of the confrontation that is going on the southern border of Lebanon between Hezbollah and Israel. Basically, there is no way out for the time being, but from this escalation, because the Hezbollah leadership has not given a real like a clear idea about how this war ends. Basically, we are all trying to guess how this war is going to end, why the escalation is going on, and how we can control it. I mean, we could kind of say the same thing about the Israeli side. To what extent the Israelis want to go in this escalation, until where are they going to reach? Are they going to hit and strike Beirut after they struck Baalbek yesterday in Lebanon? So we don't know. We don't know what the Hezbollah leadership is thinking. We don't know what the Israeli leadership is thinking on this issue. All we know is that as long as there is no direct talks between Israel and Hezbollah for a certain type of an agreement, we cannot reach a solution to this conflict. I cannot say that this conflict is 100% linked to what is happening in Gaza, but since Hezbollah decided to join this conflict on October 8th, one day after the war started in Gaza. We kind of see that from the statements of the Hezbollah leadership and the statements from Hezbollah's ally Iran, that if the Gaza conflict continues and if there is more pressure on Hamas and if there is an Israeli willingness to eradicate Hamas, then other countries where Iran has control over some groups, Israel will feel the pressure from them. Or, for instance, in Yemen, where Houthi forces are putting up pressure against American and the British ships, saying the same thing, arguing that if the Gaza conflict doesn't stop, we will escalate things with you.
Okay, I just want to make sure I get this right. So you are saying even if there is no war happening in Gaza right now, Hezbollah will continue to attack Israel through rockets. Is that what you mean?
Yes, there is a possibility that this conflict between Lebanon and Israel is now independent of what is going on between Israel and the Palestinians. Let's not forget what Hezbollah
Juan, if I
leader.
may interject for our audience, Hezbollah on papers officially, I mean, that's where their official stance is, and so are the Houthis. What they're saying is we are attacking in order to pressure Israel to stop its assault on Gaza. But you are indicating that this is not the case, correct?
Yes, because there is the official stance, and then there are number of statements through the speeches made by the Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah, where he mentioned that Hezbollah has nothing to do with the operation that was launched on October 7. Hezbollah did not approve of such an attack on Israeli settlements neighboring Gaza. So there are indications that Hezbollah, through its own calculations, the situation in Lebanon, which is not that better than in Gaza in many parts of the country. So Hezbollah's stalemate situation that it has with other Lebanese political parties inside Lebanon, there are calculations where if Hezbollah resorts to a wider conflict with Israel, similar to the one it did in 2006, Hezbollah might come out in some way in a better position to impose its political preferences, its political will on the rest of the Lebanese people or on the rest of the Lebanese political parties. So there is a conflict within Lebanon as well. Lebanon does not have a president at the moment. Lebanon has a caretaker government. Hezbollah has been pressuring its political rivals to agree to its own presidential choice. Since it is unable to reach that point where it has total control of the Lebanese parliament, Hezbollah has some calculations that maybe if it's not through politics, then they will achieve their goals through war, just like they did in 2006. How this confrontation and war will end, we do not know. We have yet to see.
Okay.
But the last war in 2006 ended with an agreement, United Nations Security Council Agreement 1701, that called for all non-armed, non-state groups to withdraw north of the Litani River in Lebanon, and the Lebanese armed forces would take control of the entire territories and basically a gradual disarmament of Hezbollah, which did not happen. So that was in 2006. What agreement we reached today might or not, it might benefit Hezbollah or it might not benefit Hezbollah. At the end of the day, unfortunately, it seems like even if Hezbollah goes to this, Lebanon might be the only victim at the end of the day after this conflict.
All right, Van Meguerditchian, thank you very much for talking to us here on TRT World. Really appreciate your taking out the time.